Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today's story is about a country that has finally broken its silence, a nation that stood still for years under power and fear. But now something historic is happening. This is the story of Belarus, a small country in Eastern Europe, where people have finally found their voice. For a long time, Belarus was just a quiet spot on the map of Europe. Surrounded by powerful neighbors, it lived under strict control. But now the world is watching as its silence turns into a roar. At the center of this story is Alexander Lukashenko, the man who has ruled since 1994, often called Europe's last dictator. He controlled everything: the media, elections, and the people's voices. For decades, Belarusians lived in fear. But no one can silence hope forever. The streets once filled with silence are now filled with voices. People who once whispered in fear are now shouting for change. That silence was never weakness. It was the calm before a storm. And that storm has begun. Citizens are out on the streets, waving the red and white flag, a symbol of freedom and courage. They are no longer afraid. Then came a shocking move. Belarus announced it may break its alliance with Moscow. For decades, Russia was its closest partner. But disagreements over politics and independence pushed Belarus to rethink its future. This decision shook the world. Across the capital, Minsk, crowds are gathering: students, mothers, factory workers, all standing shoulder to shoulder. The sound of chants fills the air, calling for justice and freedom. Women in white clothes and students carrying flowers lead the marches peacefully. Their courage has become a symbol of hope. Inside government offices, unease is spreading. Some officials are quietly questioning Lukashenko's control. Cracks are forming in the system once thought to be unbreakable. Police try to stop the protests with arrests and threats, but videos of resistance flood social media, inspiring millions. The world is watching as Belarus rises. International leaders react. The West supports the people's voice, while Russia fears losing its closest ally. The balance of Eastern Europe is beginning to change. But despite fear and pressure, the people's spirit remains strong. At night, candles glow in windows and streets across Minsk. Each small light stands for freedom and faith in a better tomorrow. And as dawn rises, the red and white flag waves once again. Bright, proud, and unstoppable, Belarus is no longer silent. The people have found their voice, and this time, the world can hear them loud and clear.